Hi guys, it's me, just Lucian again. And for this video, I will be discussing a little phenomenon known as Trump 2028. And the reason why I haven't covered this in the past, even though he's talked about running it again in that for 2028, because I honestly thought that the whole concept of him running for a third term was so blatantly absurd and so crazy. It was even nuts by his standards. And, it's really, really stupid because, number one, he simply can't do it as per the Constitution. And number two, he did a real bang-up job in the first term. And then in the second term, the current one that we're in now, he's doing a really shit job of it. He's making mockery of the presidency of the United States of America, and he's making us look like a big joke and a big laugh stock among the other peers of nations around the world. So, yeah. If you couldn't tell already, I have a little bit of congestion in my throat, my nasal area. So, I'm gonna sound kind of off-kilter in this one. Probably in the next one, depending on how I feel tomorrow, too. And, I don't know how long I'll last with this one, but, I'm gonna try and retain this to do my best. Be best and all that bullshit rot. So, pretty much, I thought that was like a joke that Trump was gonna think about running for a fourth term again for for 2020 because he simply can't do it as per what it says in the written Constitution, or as Trump might put it, the piece of paper that I used to wipe my ass with writing on it. And, if at first thought of like a joke, like a cute thing that your kid would say, like, once or twice to try to aggravate you and stuff like that, until you smack them and you tell them, stop it, it's not funny anymore. But apparently, Trump never got that discipline as a kid, because he keeps telling me jokes like he's supposed to be some kind of a mad comedian, a real funny guy like Robin Williams, or say Jim Carrey, or Chris Rock, for example, or even his name Snoop Dogg. But he just bombs. It's really crappy. And this reminds me of when he was at the recently rescheduled White House Correspondents' Dinner, in which he made that crude sex joke. Which, first of all, he should be making sex jokes where he was accused by so many different women of sexually assaulting them, as well as being in the Epstein file so many times, tens of thousands of times, and the fact that he's been accused of having a with children, which is beyond disgusting, I'll admit. But besides all that, the joke wasn't even funny, and there was nobody laughing at the correspondence dinner, because apparently everyone in the conservative circles thinks that he's a riot. This is what happens when you surround yourself with yes men and women. They think that everything you do is funny, or they act like it's funny. for fear of losing their jobs. But it wasn't funny. And it's more or less like they laugh at him because, oh look, he's funny, ha 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 ha. Like, like that type of thing, like, us laugh because Grandpa told a joke, rather than it being legitimately funny or something else. But yeah. Plus the fact that he repeated the joke several times, and when he saw that no one was laughing at it, he was like, come on guys, that's the funny stuff. This is the funniest damn thing I ever heard in my life. A sex joke is apparently real funny, a real knee slapper. And then he explained why it was funny, because apparently the senator can't do both, can't get the suit and have sex with his wife. So yeah, that's his basis for humor. The fact that he's always thinking about sex, and that he's always thinking about beautiful women and probably children on top of that, and teenagers doing his Miss USA pageant. If I were his father right now, come back from the dead, I'd say, stop you, it's not funny, and then slap him right across the head. But he doesn't do it. And then he also talked about Miss Caitlin Collins, which I have no idea about personally or anything like that. All I know is that she's a good journalist. Besides, even if she was a bad journalist, you shouldn't make comments like, oh, I never see you smile. Why don't you do that more often? You're a beautiful woman. Why don't you smile more often? I felt like telling him, yeah, I never see Melania smile. Maybe it's because she's in a shit relationship. I mean, because she wishes she could eat better chocolate or something. That will make her smile real pretty. But in any case, this whole idea about Trump running for 2028, a fourth term, which, did I miss something there? He's already on a second term, so where did this magical third term already come from? Well, apparently he said that he already won in 2020 against Joe Biden, and that was rigged against him. That's why he never actually ascended to the throne of the U.S. president twice in a row. And, yeah, I got nothing for that. That was about as dumb as anybody could say, possibly. Because, it's basically like saying, I even did last interviews in a video game with my friends and stuff. But I'm still the champion, because I like to win. I like to say that I won. Even though I clearly didn't win at all. And besides, even if they did rig it against him, who's to say the next time Trump ran in 2024? Why didn't the rigging win then too? Why didn't Trump win again why didn't Joe Biden win again for a second time in a row? Because that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So anyway, besides that, it originally started out like a in-joke, let's piss off the liberals, let's do this and that and everything to try to win people with dear leader Trump. But, number one, the Constitution doesn't support it. Number two is, do you really think that with Trump's health and mental decline right now, do you think that he'll even survive to the next term that he'll be able to be president. I don't think so. Maybe if it was the president of, say, Candyland or some other fantastic universe like that, there's no way on earth that Trump will be able to survive until 2020 in the presidential race. So to have him say that is stupid. He's trying to own the libs and piss every person off, and probably sell a buttload of his stupid cups and merchandise and hats and stupidity and stuff like that. Because he knows in the hearts that he can't run for a third term. He wants so badly to be one of those legacy presidents that keeps running until perpetuity, until forever. Like Putin, like Kim Jong-un, etc. So that it's not really a free and fair election, it's more like Donald Trump always winning. And then the next one in line will be probably his son or daughter or something. Or someone within the family bloodline. So anyway, the whole idea about Trump 2028 is absurd, crazy, nuts, and it ain't gonna happen. Thank God. Thank Jehovah. Thank the flying spaghetti monster. That won't ever happen. Not in this universe or any other parallel universes. Because the man is just so dim-witted, so unhealthy, and we have laws against doing that. Besides, I don't think any other country will permit for Trump to be president again for a third time. And yet, it's all for terminology. It's all for full term. It's poppycock. It's complete fantasy. And it ain't gonna happen. We're not even, you can't even count right. Because apparently he's the winner. He never loses. He always wins. He's a bullshit artist. A diabolical bullshit artist. And it's the level of stupidity from Trump is over 9,000. So yeah, that's why I stand on that issue. It ain't gonna happen. He can't even get the votes to do it if it could happen. Nobody's buying it. He should just stop trying to pretend that he's an awesome guy, because the economy sucks. Oil prices are going up. Everybody hates us around the world, except maybe North Korea and Russia, maybe China too. Everyone else hates us because of him. We get Israel too. They like us for whatever reason. Or I should say they like Trump. But yeah. And let's see here. Me and Magri are trade with everybody. He's a special little bastard too, because when there are forest fires or natural disaster in Canada, what does he do? Slap tariffs on everyone over there. Is he going to do the same for if there's a bad hurricane that comes from America? Is he going to slap the tariffs on Poseidon or Neptune or hell? Why didn't he just slap a tariff on God, on the Bible, on the church? That's a nice thing he's going to do. He's going to do something so absurd, so crazy, and people will buy it because because he like falling into mental fall. It's like, haha, look, Grandpa again. Grandpa and his read stories again. They're funny. They're not laughing with him. They're laughing at him. And by him, it's sent to the United States by proxy. So unfortunately, we're laughing stock because of him. And because of the notions of, I'm great, everyone else is bad. My predecessors were all bad. I'm the only great president in the world. In U.S. history. Hell, why wouldn't you even say that? He's the best leader in the whole galaxy. No, even better than that, the universe. Why don't we say that I'm the best guy in the universe? Because that's all that matters to him. His fame, his popularity, his wealth and income. But, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. So, my socials will be in the description below. And, have a nice day. I can't wait till the midterms when it's gonna be another blue wave. See ya. Sayonara. Ta-ta.